Boom. It is late, but I just saw a video from Mr. Beast, and he inspired me to talk about why I chose to be an artist. Why am I making art every day? You can see my paintings behind me, right? That's a work in progress. I need to land the colors. But in essence, I am interested in a fuck ton of things. A fuck ton of things. I love learning is essentially what I'm trying to say. So my curiosity is piqued in everything in life. Hold up a sec. Swing will do like that. I have spent so much time trying to figure out what should I spend my life on? What should I spend my time on? Because time is fucking valuable. We know this. We know this. Time is valuable, right? So, in essence, the second you choose a career, you know that you're going to spend most of your waking time at least thinking about that thing, because the second we leave work, we don't necessarily leave work mentally, we just take our work with us home. And if you have an office job, then you're essentially thinking about that job most of the time, right? So I wanted to find a thing that I could combine all the things I love into one thing. And the reason I chose art to do this is essentially this has been my easiest way of packaging all that I love into one thing. If I want to express myself spiritually, then I can do that through art. If I want to write, because I love writing as well, I can write in my pieces. If I want to paint, then I can obviously paint. If I want to express myself like I am now, I can document my journey. If I want to sing, I can upload that as well. Like, being an artist is such a vast majority of things. So for me, the easiest way was to package all of this into painting, because painting, well, first of all, it's fucking hard, and I love that about it. That was also one of the reasons. Like, I started painting and I realized that fuck, I have no idea how to do this. I have no idea how to actually paint. And for me, I'm used to sort of getting I'm used to being good at things, and that isn't to brag. That is to make the point clearer on the fact that when I then sucked at art, I was like, okay, but holy fuck, this is something that I have to strive for. This is something that I have to actually put in hours to achieve. And that motivated me, because everything you get for free is sort of taken for granted, you know? But art, I've never taken it for granted, because I've had to put in all of the hours to actually get to the point I am today. I haven't gotten any freebies. Well, I have a mentor, and that's fucking essential as well. Like, surround yourself with people you want to be like, or at least push you to be a better version of you, right? So essentially, I love learning from people who are better than me in the fields that I want to become good at. That's why I chose to have a mentor as well, because he's done this. He hasn't done my path, because I'm the only one that can do that, but he's walked the life of an artist, the path of an artist, right? And I love when I listen to Mr. Beast and Speed now. They spoke about you have to love what you do. And that's what I figured out as well, because I've been through all of this, like SMMAs and cold outreach, you copywriting, all of these things that we try because we think we have shiny object syndrome, right? So we think, okay, money. Okay, I fucking love money. Let's chase money. Let's get money. But then most people end up in jobs they do not like, because they see the paycheck at the end of the road. I see the paycheck at the end of the road with art, but that's not why I'm doing art. I'm doing art because I fucking love it. I absolutely love it. I love everything about it, and I love that I can also extend my art into videos as well. I realized this like a couple of days ago, that if I want to make art with like visual art, that's also a part of it, right? Like artists, we're supposed to express ourselves, and I love expressing myself. I've been vlogging for fucking 10 years, even though most of the vlogging has been on personal, like private vlogs, you know? So essentially, figuring out what you love doing is more helpful than figuring out how much money you want to make. You can obviously make as much money as you want, but if you don't love what you do, then it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder because you're not going to be you. I noticed that I'm just talking and talking and talking and talking, but I'm so fucking passionate about this. This is everything I love wrapped up into one thing that is essentially art. I love it. I recall one of the things Steinar said to me because he saw that I was an artist before I even knew it. It was the mentality that I have surrounding life. Because I ask so many questions, my core interests are: why are we here? What are we here to do? What's the purpose of life? What's the meaning of life? I've been both fascinated and also struggled a lot with that. Like the meaninglessness, the inherent meaninglessness of life, you know? But that's also something that I can express through my art. That I have zero clue what the fuck I'm doing, who the fuck I am, and what the fuck we're here to do. I just know that when I create, everything just makes sense. And from the other side of choosing to be an artist, like you're gonna have good months and you're gonna have bad months. There's nothing like I'm gonna keep it real. That's the cold truth of it. And if I hadn't loved what I'm doing, then I would have given up already. Like I've had multiple chances of giving up because because things haven't been um, easy all the way, right? But again, back to the topic of doing what you love. I think that's the only way to get through the hardships, like everything that life tosses at you. If you don't love what you do, then you're gonna quit along the way. But if you love what you do, you'll endeavor for long enough to actually make it. Because nothing else excites me like this. Like, and I've realized it's not even just painting that excites me, but just self-expression in general. Just expressing how you feel, how you think, how you perceive the world. It's so fucking fascinating to me. And to be able to do that for a living, I'm so fucking grateful. I am so fucking grateful that this is what I do. And I think that if being an artist would have only been a paintbrush, then I wouldn't have chose this path because I love singing, I love writing, I love making videos, I love everything about this, you know? But everything ties up to being an artist, being, or if you want to call it a poet or painter, or like the label doesn't matter, but self-expression is so fucking important to me. And it's also been important to me to show myself and others that what they go through is okay. I remember when I was making music, that was one of my core things. Like, I was depressed out of my ball sacks, and I wanted to make music so that others that were depressed out of their balls could feel heard and feel seen in what they're going through. And it's not like we get one shot at chasing our dreams. Not at all. We have our whole life, but we have one life. Well, there might be different. We might have lived like a million fucking times already, but that's off topic. Reincarnation and all of that, you know. That's a whole nother thing. But in this life, you have this life at least. And I know that when I decided, one of the core factors was I wanted to look back at a life where I did as much as possible of what I love. And I want to look back at a life where I've done what I can to have the best life that I want. And even though there are struggles involved in that, I would much rather look back at a life where I've done everything in my power to make it work and not see it work than not trying at all. That's just how it is. But I'm also at the point where it's either make it or die trying. It's make it or die trying. And it's been a while since I've had this fire within me to make it or die trying. But that's where we are right now. That's essentially life right now. It's make it or die trying. Nothing in between. Like I'm not settling for nothing in between. And that's been upsetting to my family members. I know that because they've helped me get through a couple of the months that financially hasn't been that good, you know? And they're like, "Oh, maybe you should get a job, maybe yada yada yada." And it's not yada yada, it's real fucking things, you know? And I live in Norway as well, so we have a wonderful welfare, and they were like, "Okay, but have you considered welfare while you're trying?" And I was like, "No. It's this or it's dying trying, you know?" I think the essence of the video is do what you love, not what makes you money, but find a way to make money out of what you love. It'll be easier that way. And I saw it as easier to make a living off of selling paintings than I did getting booked as an artist, like a singing artist, right? I didn't necessarily see how that would pan out and how I could make a living off of it. So with painting, it's easier. It's not easier, but it's easier. At least it's been for me. And the way I found out that I wanted to take this path is I chose to draw or paint every day for a year. That was my goal. Paint every day for a year. I didn't care if it was one line or 10 or 8 hours. It was just picking up a pen and painting or drawing every day. And if you commit to actually doing something every day, you'll quickly figure out if you love it or not. If it's a chore, then you don't love it. If it's joyful and you're looking forward to it, then it's what you're meant to do. Not necessarily everything you're meant to do, but this is also the only reason, the wholeheartedly only reason I wake up in the morning, because I find life so inherently fucking meaningless that I haven't found meaning in anything other than expressing myself. So when I wake up, I'm thinking about art. When I go to bed, I'm thinking about art. And it's like video ideas, painting ideas, and everything. Like I'm a chronic workaholic in the sense that I do this and this is what I do. This is what I do. If I don't do this, then I'm waiting for the next moment I can do this again. And relaxing. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. And I think that's the essence of it. So much love, peace. Hope you find your way.